Napoleon Bonaparte is one of history's most fascinating and influential figures, whose life and legacy have shaped the course of history in profound ways. Born in Corsica, he rose to prominence during the French Revolution, eventually becoming Emperor of France and a key figure in European history. This essay delves into Napoleon's early life, his background, the major achievements of his career, and his actions after gaining power. We will explore his formative years, his rise to power, his military campaigns, and his enduring impact on France and the world. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769, in Ajaccio, Corsica. His birth came just after France acquired Corsica from the Republic of Genoa. His family was of minor Italian nobility, but they were not wealthy. His father, Carlo Bonaparte, was a lawyer and political opportunist, while his mother, Letizia Ramolino, was a strong and resilient woman who played a significant role in shaping Napoleon's character. The Bonaparte family had 8 children, with Napoleon being the second. Napoleon's early childhood was marked by the struggles of his family to adjust to the new French rule in Corsica. Despite these challenges, Carlo Bonaparte's ambition for his children led to Napoleon receiving a quality education. At the age of 9, Napoleon was sent to mainland France to attend the Royal Military School in Brienne-le-Château. This was a significant turning point in his life, as it exposed him to French culture and military training. At Brienne, Napoleon was known for his Corsican accent and short stature, which made him the subject of teasing. However, he was also recognized for his exceptional intelligence, strong will, and a voracious appetite for reading, particularly in the subjects of history and military strategy. These traits set him apart from his peers and laid the foundation for his future military career. In 1784, Napoleon was admitted to the prestigious École Militaire in Paris. He completed the 2-year course in just 1 year, graduating as a second lieutenant of artillery. This rapid progress demonstrated his exceptional abilities and set the stage for his future rise through the military ranks. After graduating from École Militaire, Napoleon was stationed in various locations, including Valence and Auxonne. During this period, he continued to educate himself, reading extensively on military tactics and strategy. His early military career coincided with the turbulent years leading up to the French Revolution, which would provide the backdrop for his meteoric rise. Napoleon's first significant military engagement came in 1793, during the Siege of Toulon. The city of Toulon had revolted against the revolutionary government and welcomed British forces. Napoleon, then a young artillery officer, played a crucial role in recapturing the city. His strategic placement of artillery batteries forced the British to withdraw, and his success in Toulon earned him a promotion to brigadier general at the age of 24. Napoleon's rise to power can be traced back to his appointment as the commander of the French Army of Italy in 1796. This campaign was crucial for the survival of the French Republic, which was under threat from multiple fronts. Napoleon's leadership during the Italian campaign showcased his military genius and strategic acumen. Under his command, the French army achieved a series of stunning victories against the Austrians and their allies. Notably, the Battle of Lodi, the Battle of Arcole, and the Battle of Rivoli demonstrated his ability to outmaneuver and defeat numerically superior forces. His success in Italy not only secured French control over the region but also brought him immense popularity and political influence. In 1798, seeking to disrupt British trade routes to India, Napoleon led an expedition to Egypt. While the military campaign had mixed results, with notable victories such as the Battle of the Pyramids and the naval defeat at the Battle of the Nile, the expedition had significant scientific and cultural impacts. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone, for example, would later enable the deciphering of Egyptian hieroglyphs. The Egyptian campaign also enhanced Napoleon's reputation as a leader who could undertake grand and ambitious projects. Despite the eventual failure of the military objectives, Napoleon's ability to manage both military and scientific endeavors added to his mystique and appeal back in France. By 1799, the French Republic was in crisis. Political instability, economic troubles, and ongoing wars had weakened the government. Sensing an opportunity, Napoleon returned to France and played a central role in the coup of 18 Brumaire, November 9, 1799. which effectively ended the French Directory. With the support of key political and military figures, Napoleon established the consulate, with himself as first consul. This marked the beginning of his consolidation of power and the end of the revolutionary government. One of Napoleon's most enduring legacies is the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive set of civil laws that reformed the French legal system. Promulgated in 1804, the code abolished feudal privileges, established equality before the law, and protected property rights. It also introduced modern concepts of family law, contract law, and civil procedures. The Napoleonic Code influenced legal systems across Europe and beyond, and its principles remain foundational in many countries' legal frameworks today. Napoleon believed in the importance of education for the stability and progress of the state. He established a system of public education, which included primary, secondary, and higher education institutions. The creation of lycées, or secondary schools, aimed to train future civil servants and military officers. These reforms helped create a more meritocratic society, where individuals could rise based on their abilities rather than their birth. Napoleon implemented significant economic and financial reforms to stabilize and strengthen the French economy. He established the Bank of France in 1800 to regulate the currency and provide financial stability. He also reformed the tax system to make it more efficient and equitable. These measures helped to revive the French economy after the turmoil of the Revolution and provided the financial resources necessary for his military campaigns. To reconcile the Catholic Church with the French state, Napoleon negotiated the Concordat of 1801 with Pope Pius VII. This agreement re-established the Catholic Church's position in France while maintaining state control over church affairs. It allowed for religious freedom and the return of confiscated church properties, helping to heal the divisions caused by the Revolution's anti-clerical policies. Napoleon's military prowess was further demonstrated during the War of the Third Coalition, 1805, where he faced a coalition of European powers including Britain, Austria, and Russia. One of his most famous victories during this period was the Battle of Austerlitz, also known as the Battle of the Three Emperors. This decisive victory showcased his ability to execute brilliant strategic maneuvers, and it solidified his reputation as one of history's greatest military commanders. In an effort to weaken Britain economically, Napoleon implemented the Continental System, a blockade aimed at restricting British trade with Europe. While the system caused significant economic disruption, it also led to widespread smuggling and strained relations with neutral countries. The blockade's failure to fully isolate Britain and the resulting economic hardships contributed to growing discontent in occupied territories. Napoleon's attempt to enforce the Continental System led to the Peninsular War, 1808 to 1814, in Spain and Portugal. This conflict became a protracted and costly struggle, marked by brutal guerrilla warfare and significant losses for French forces. The Peninsular War drained French resources and weakened Napoleon's position in Europe. In 1812, Napoleon launched a massive invasion of Russia, aiming to force Tsar Alexander I to comply with the Continental System. The campaign initially seemed successful, with the French capturing Moscow. However, the harsh Russian winter, logistical challenges, and scorched earth tactics employed by the Russians led to a catastrophic retreat. The Russian campaign decimated Napoleon's Grand Army, significantly weakening his military power. Following the disastrous Russian campaign, a coalition of European powers united against Napoleon in the War of the Sixth Coalition. Despite his tactical brilliance, Napoleon's forces were eventually overwhelmed. In 1814, Paris was captured, and Napoleon was forced to abdicate. He was exiled to the island of Elba, where he spent less than a year before escaping and returning to France in 1815. Napoleon's return to power, known as the 100 Days, saw him attempt to re-establish his empire. However, his comeback was short-lived. In June 1815, at the Battle of Waterloo, he faced a coalition of British, Prussian, and other Allied forces. The battle ended in a decisive defeat for Napoleon, leading to his final abdication. He was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he spent the remaining years of his life. Napoleon's impact on France and Europe extends beyond his military conquests. His political and social reforms laid the groundwork for modern state institutions. The Napoleonic Code, in particular, influenced legal systems worldwide and contributed to the development of modern civil law. His educational reforms promoted meritocracy and helped shape the future of public education. Napoleon's actions also contributed to the rise of nationalism and liberalism in Europe. While his conquests initially aimed at expanding French influence, they inadvertently fostered nationalistic sentiments in occupied territories. His promotion of merit-based advancement and legal equality resonated with liberal ideas, inspiring movements for constitutional government and individual rights. Napoleon's dominance in Europe disrupted the traditional balance of power, leading to significant geopolitical changes. The Congress of Vienna, 1814 to 1815, which followed his defeat, sought to restore stability by redrawing the map of Europe and establishing a new balance of power. The decisions made at the Congress influenced European politics for the next century and aimed to prevent the rise of another figure like Napoleon. Napoleon's reign also saw significant cultural and scientific advancements. His patronage of the arts and sciences led to the establishment of institutions such as the Louvre Museum and the advancement of scientific research. The Egyptian expedition, despite its military failure, contributed to the field of Egyptology and enhanced European understanding of ancient civilizations. Napoleon remains a complex and controversial figure, admired and criticized in equal measure. His military genius, political acumen, and reforms continue to be studied and debated. He is remembered as a symbol of ambition and resilience, a leader who rose from humble beginnings to shape the course of history. Napoleon Bonaparte's life is a remarkable story of ambition, talent, and determination. From his early years in Corsica to his rise as Emperor of France, his military conquests, and his lasting reforms, Napoleon's impact on history is profound and enduring. His legacy continues to influence modern legal systems, political thought, and national identities. As one of history's most fascinating figures, Napoleon's story offers valuable lessons about leadership, ambition, and the complexities of power.